Hi again then guys, and welcome to yet another speed build on Forza Horizon 3, this time for another DLC car, a very exclusive variant of the Skyline, specifically the Nismo tuned R33 Skyline, the GTR LM road car, built of course to homologate the Le Mans GT1 racing version, a car which, although it didn't win at the Le Mans, it performed extremely well. It doesn't get the recognition that it deserved, but the only car that beat this at the Le Mans in its class was the McLaren F1 itself. That's pretty impressive for a car like this. Now, in road form, it has nowhere near that kind of power, unless of course you fit it with a V8 that gives it over 1,000 horsepower. That tends to help. Now, as far as the drivetrain, this is not naturally a rear-wheel, or an all-wheel drive Skyline I should say. It is a rear-wheel drive variant. I would recommend having that all-wheel drive. As far as the aspiration, of course, you want twin turbo. As far as stuff like wings, rims, that's down to you. As you can see, I've left it standard. As far as the rest, you guys know the drill. Increase the power as much as you can, lower that weight, and fit all of your racing parts, generally speaking. Now, this tune is a YouTube exclusive for me. It's not on my storefront, so of course, if you want to copy it, you'll have to use this tutorial or some variation of it. Now, it's not slow, but it's not as quick as you might hope. Certainly not as quick as a 1.1 million credit price would suggest, although, of course, being a DLC car, it doesn't actually cost that because you get it for free, at least that first time. However, it is important to note, if you're looking to use this generation of Skyline, the R33, and you're looking for the best value and the best performance, you're better off going for the normal one, because it's so much cheaper, like basically almost 1.1 million credits cheaper, close enough, about 1 million credits cheaper if you discount a bit of tuning, but it's also quicker. So categorically, the normal version is the better performance car. This one, though, is the more collector-friendly, specialised exotic version, of course. Now, as far as the gearbox, I would recommend a 2.9 final drive. Then for first gear, again 2.9, then 2, 1.5, 1.18, 0.94 and 0.75. For the alignment, neutral camber, neutral toe, 4 degrees of caster. Anti-roll we've got on 36 and 22, springs on 186, 196, and I've opted for the lowest ride height front and rear. Dampers we've got on 15 and 7, aero doesn't apply for this car, and for the diff I've got 100% on the acceleration bias, 0 for decel, and as I often do, a 70% split in favour of that back end. For this particular car, you don't necessarily need to have it on 70. You could go closer to the back if you want to. You could push it up to 75 or even 80 if you want to, and it will still have pretty sharp steering. With the 70% split, I like it, but it might be a little bit too heavy through the corners for some people. So that's it for the setup. Now, of course, let's take it out on the street to see if it can hit 248 or if it can perhaps maybe go a little bit higher. Now, the funny thing about this particular GTR is, at least on every game that I've played it on, be it Forza or Gran Turismo, it never delivers the kind of top-end performance in particular that you'd probably expect it to have, given how quick many of the other Le Mans obligation cars are, such as your Porsche 911 GT1s, your Mercedes CLK GTRs, even your Lotus Elise GT1s. This one is no way near that level. Even Nissan's own R390 is quicker as well, in real life of course. On the game though, the aerodynamics don't exactly help the car. The lack of all-wheel drive hurts it a little bit off the line compared to the normal GTR. It's just not as quick as you might hope. However, with this tune, you can get it to go a little bit beyond the benchmark. It can nudge 249. I think if you could keep it even straighter and truer with less traffic, you could definitely get 250 out of it. But it can comfortably get up around 245. It takes a little bit longer to get higher than that though. So it's quick enough for those who want to use the car to race, but don't expect it to be worrying full-on supercars anytime soon. But that's it for this particular tune. Obviously, I hope you have a lot of fun with it, and there are hundreds more to check out like this, and much quicker ones too, here on the channel. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.